Okay, so Happy New Year. Sorry it's been a little while, but I've got a few favourites to come up very quickly. So let's get into it straight away. First of the new year. Airfix's brand new 1/72nd RAF modelled Douglas Phantom. So the FGR2 model. Of course, we have seen the Navy one. So I'm quite excited to see the first boxing of the RAF one now finally available. They have already announced in the New Year announcements there will also be an FG1 coming soon. Expected obviously to have Black Mike as one of the decal options, but let's get started. So, okay. Model number A06017. Got some nice artwork from, I'm guessing, Mr. Tooby, and 3 marking options. Usual safety bump here, official license product from Boeing, and cartograph decals there, so that's a good start before we even open the box. And on the other side, away we go, we have the marking options here, and the Airfix flying hours just over there. So we've got the Royal Air Force Mount Pleasant, Falkland Islands 1991, number 1435 flight, so that's the box art. The lovely camo ones, number 2 Squadron, from Larbork in Germany, 1972, and this rather fancy blue one here from 92 Squadron, Wildenrath in Germany in 92. Now, just to show you, I haven't even looked at this myself. It is still sealed, so I'm very excited. I love Phantoms. Right, I shall have a cut open and see what we have. So, come on, Airfix, come on, come on. Okay, we have a very full box. It's a fair old weight, actually. Let's see, let's drag that chair up here for a bit of help. And let's see what we have. So, we have a single bag full of parts, but never mind. A surprisingly thick instruction booklet. Okay, we'll come back to that. And a huge decal sheet. So let's keep it nice and simple. Let's take a look at these decals. So apparently, again, these are cartographs, so they are stunning. Simply put, got some nice markings here for the 92 Squadron one. We have roundels with. Oops, sorry, hit the camera. We have some roundels here with the stencils already on. We have, of course, again, just as famous as the previous boxing, all of the stencils, up to the craziness of us if they want to go all in. But if I can get some of these are all perfectly in register, perfectly sharp. You could easily read these with a magnifying glass, maybe. But we got the lot, and we got a little bit for the stores as well, and for the interior if you prefer to do it that way. So yeah, pretty cool. Liking all of those. For those of you, of course, who want to go mad with the decals on a 1/72 machine. But here we go. So this is a bit of a novel going on here. So let's see. And we've got the usual bump at the front here, telling you all about the Phantom. To be honest, doubt you'd be here if you weren't interested already. It's the new style instructions. We have the usual health and safety bump just there, and straight into the usual cockpit. So, straight in, ejection seats, multi-part. Very multi-part, actually. Then into the centre section of the tub. Again, showing you where that will go. Breaking down the instrument panel. Some individual parts there, I'm guessing for different variants, whether or not you want the tails at a slight angle. I quite like that. That's quite a nice idea. Whether you're in flight or on the ground. Nice to explain that one. Same with the other side, and then we're going into trunking for the engines. Cockpit going in. Looks like we have not full length engines, but you know, front and back end. So as far as the fan blades, we've got a single piece spine piece going in there to eliminate as much of the seam as possible. So I like that. Then we're going into some various details for how you're going to set it up for later on. So at this point you need to decide what your stores are going to be, because that's going to make a difference, again, whether or not in flight, on the ground, and whether you're going to need to cut pieces out for the strengthening and main wheel wells. So yep, pick your stores. Bottom part's going on, and then the front section's going in around here. There's actually some decals to go inside as well at this point already. They do love their stencils on these. Tail part's going together, of course, FGR2, so it looks like a slightly later one with the blob on the tail there. We'll have a look and see if the other option is available in the box, if you want to do some options that aren't in the decal sheet. The famous wingtips going on. Again, this being the RAF one, so there's no need for them to fold up. Again, FG1s, which of course originally came from the Navy, they could. Even in later years, still flip the wingtips up. Air brakes. And again, then we're going into some smaller details. Flaps. Again, more air brakes. Some more smaller details here. Looks like all the flaps and stuff all around the back are all not so much posable, but you can choose which ones you want to go for. And again, then in flight or on the ground, you start, of course, with the undercarriage. So again, relatively simple. Let's spread this out quite. Here we go. No, right. That explains why it felt so thick. Right, so yes, we're going back into the undercarriage there. Again, blanking plates or actual stores. Fuel tanks. Got a gun. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Back into the stores again. Of course, everyone knows Phantoms. They always look good, dripping with everything. But again, that would depend on which of the options you go for in the box. Got a different choices for the refueling probe. And then finishing touches, then finishing off with the arrestor hooks, hood display and canopy. Again, different choices depending on what you wish to go for. And some lovely card art there as to how it should look when done. Okay, so that was a rather thick book, mainly because of we have some glossy pictures inside here as well. So again, as is the style lately, when Airfix look do things properly, we have this beautiful, I think it's A3 sheet showing option 1, option 2, and option, come here, 3, a big blue one. On the other side, we have weapons and store stencils and paint callouts. All callouts are in Humbrol, of course. It won't be too difficult to work your way around those. And then we have another full sheet for the crazy amongst us, who of course want to go and do all of the stencils. Both sides. Go on, you know you want to. Okay, right, onto the plastic then. Let's start taking a look. So, yes, it is in one bag. I suppose we can't expect everything. Let me see, is that sealed or not? Yes, it is, okay. So, being rather careful. Give it a shake, make sure nothing's fallen off in the bag at any point. Clear parts have been separately bagged, so we'll take a look at those in a moment. Let's take a look. So, first up, we have frame A, which has some of the main fuselage sections on. With some lovely detail around the back there, with riveting detail. Oops, sorry, get this actually on camera. With some riveting detail just there. Now, again, this goes back to a previous choice that I had, review that I did. Typical of Airfix already. There's some lovely new detail here. Panel lines are a bit thick, some may say out of scale. This I think is on purpose. It's on purpose because Airfix tend to cater for the beginner's market at the end of the day. What you do is they supply you a very, very nice basic kit that you can then decide. You can either build it straight out of the box with a hairy stick when you're 6 years old, get the paintbrush on it, whack the paint on an inch thick, and it'll still look good. Okay. For the rest of us, however, we can obviously go to town with maybe the aftermarket and really make something particularly special of it. It's a good base kit. So yes, is the detail a little bit heavy? Yes. Is that on purpose so that little kids, when they brush paint this, won't obliterate all the detail? Maybe. But yeah. So again, whilst it might be a little bit heavy, there is some lovely, lovely detail all over these parts. Absolutely no flash. We do have some options here for the bent wingtips, which again I don't think are necessary for this particular model, but there we go. Those are the blanking plates for the rear, so you can get the tail right. On the inside, got nothing on any of the parts that will matter. Might have some little ejection marks just here. But they're very, very subtle. They can easily go. Sorry about that, camera went a little funny on me. So yeah, main parts are looking very nice. Again, heartily recommended. That's looking lovely. Next sprue is a smaller one, frame H with the tails on. We've got some nice basic detail there. We've got some bits for the undercarriage, different options for chin logos. We've got the gun, centre line pieces, and I think that's the centre line tank. Pretty simple there, I like that. We have frame D with a lot of the smaller parts on. I'm loving this frame. We've got some beautiful, beautiful detail here with the fans and the burner cans at the back, which of course are particularly important on this one, being the Spey engine. We've got some lovely restrained detail on the wheels. I'm just trying to get the camera to catch that. Even beading on the tyres. More undercarriage parts, undercarriage doors, etc. Options of arrestor hook. More bits for undercarriage. We've got the bits in the centre there again. We'll be taking up some of the bits. We've got the main cockpit tub. We've got some nice detail here on the section that will go between the pilots. And talking of pilots, we have the multi-part ejection seats just there, which are looking pretty damn lovely with their little moulded in belts. Just not a lot I've got options when it comes to the instrument panel is the Decals or aftermarket. So that's perhaps slightly disappointing, but again, at this scale, I think that's going to be spot on. I've got a fairly important sprue here, so frame B. We do have the optional tails, so the later one with the little fins on and the box on top for the ECM, and the earlier one without. We do have some very, very delicate probes there, though. Wingtip sections here again for the non-foldy uppy ones, with some beautiful riveting detail on there. That's the centre spine, stops again any problems with seam. Right, so very importantly, of course, with the intakes here, we've got absolutely nothing on the insides whatsoever. They're looking beautiful. We've got some nice detail here on the top of the wings as well. Again, comparable to really anything at all on the scale. And again, different options of, again with more intake trunking, nothing on the inside at all. On the opposite side, we might maybe have one there. No, that'll be that blanking up against it, so you're not going to see anything there. There's nothing on this section. So that's looking good. We like that. We do indeed. Another quite important one, we have the bottom section here. Again with some lovely detail all over it. Vents and so on. Again, all this section of course will be filled in with separate parts. But yeah, we've even got, again, if I can try and get the camera to pick up on it, I don't know if it will. There you go. We've even got some riveting detail inside of the air brakes. In 1/72, how's that? Different options here for the wingtips again though, with the dropped flaps just here at the front. So again, possibly for different options incoming. And we have another sprue here, which kind of speaks for itself really. This is all the store, some lovely multiple ejection racks just there, all in one piece. The ones are slip moulding. We've got sparrows, sidewinders, drums, and more tanks. Loving that. Okay, so lots of detail there. Then on to the clear parts, which I have opened when the camera went funny, which I am a big fan of. So it looks like we've got design here where it comes down into the fuselage on the front section to eliminate, again, help with seams. Does got a little bit of scuff mark just on the top here, but nothing really that pardon me, quick swipe with a polishing stick wouldn't help. So we've got one single piece for closed and then multiple pieces for open. Again, this one has taken a bit of a scuff, but not too difficult. Looks like we've got radar here. So I can't remember seeing that in the options, but maybe we'll look at them again a little carefully. But yeah, no, perfectly clear. Absolutely no distortion in those whatsoever. I like those a lot, if I'm honest. Especially again at the scale. Right, well, here we go. Airfix's new boxing, 1/72, McDonnell Douglas Phantom FGR2. For those of you who don't fancy like running eBay trying to get hold of Fujami kit, you want a British Phantom, British RAF Phantom, Cold War hero, I can really recommend this. It's a really nice looking kit. Again, obviously we are having more options again with the FG1 coming later on. Yeah, pick your poison. This should be good. I'm really looking forward to this. And so, yeah, looking forward to building this one, see how it all goes together. But yeah, highly recommended, Airfix. Well done. This is more like what we want to see from you. As always, with all the videos, please, like, comment, share. Wish me Happy New Year. It all helps. And again, sorry for being away for a little while. We'll be back very soon with another Cold War hero. So let's see if you can guess which one that is. Until then, you guys take care, and I shall see you soon.